Hi, and today we're talking about Jesus heals the sick and blesses the children of his other sheep. This is 3 Nephi chapter 17 from the Book of Mormon. In perfect form, Jesus continues his personal ministry in America. Among his other sheep, he's been teaching them his doctrine. He now heals their sick and blesses their children, just as we would expect him to do. Some will ask, well, Jesus was called to have his ministry in the Holy Land, right? Why would he ever go to America or anywhere else? Jesus says that he was called to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 15:24 says, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We know that during Jesus' mortal ministry, most of the house of Israel had been scattered from Israel. They no longer lived in the Holy Land. 10 out of the 12 tribes were somewhere else. They had been scattered by the Assyrians almost 700 years before. They could have been anywhere in the world after 700 years. We don't know where they were, but we know that God knows and Jesus knows, and his ministry is to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. In fact, he, by continuing his ministry to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, follows his own commandment to his disciples when he sent them out 2 by 2. In Matthew chapter 10, verses 6 through 8, he says, But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Some will say, well, you said that he did this after his resurrection. When would he possibly have had time to do that? Because he came back to the Holy Land to his apostles right after his resurrection. And that is true. But if we look at John chapter 20, verses 25 through 26, Jesus had appeared to the apostles all except for Thomas, who was later dubbed Doubting Thomas. He was not there. Verse 25 says, The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. And he said unto them, Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger in the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. Verse 26, And after 8 days again his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Jesus, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said unto them, Peace be unto you. 8 days? Really? 8 days? That's a long time when you don't know if someone is dead or alive. Someone you love, some people said, hey, he's alive, and last you knew he was dead. That's a really, really long time. What could possibly have been so important that Jesus was gone for 8 days? 8 days. Well, I can't say that this is exactly what he was doing in those 8 days, but I will say that it fits very well into his mission, into his purposes, and there's a big chunk of time there where he's kind of absent and we don't know what he's doing. So let's look at Jesus' ministry among his other sheep. You can decide if you think that's what he did in those 8 days, but I am saying that there's certainly time for him to minister wherever he wants to. He's God. He can go to America if he wants to. And let's look at it. 3 Nephi chapter 17, verses 7 through 10. This is where Jesus is healing the sick, and he asks, Have ye any that are sick among you? Bring them hither. Have ye any that are lame, or blind, or halt, or maimed, or leprous, or that are withered, or that are deaf, or that are afflicted in any manner? Bring them hither, and I will heal them. For I have compassion upon you. My bowels are filled with mercy. For I perceive that ye desire that I should show unto you what I have done unto your brethren at Jerusalem. For I see that your faith is sufficient, that I should heal you. And it came to pass that when he had thus spoken, all the multitude with one accord did go with their sick and their afflicted, with their lame and their blind, with their dumb, and with all of them that were afflicted in any manner. And he did heal them, every one, as they were brought forth unto him. And they did all, both they who had been healed and they who were whole, bowed down at his feet, and did worship him. And as many as could come for the multitude did kiss his feet, insomuch that they did bathe his feet with their tears. Jesus next blesses their children, just as we would expect him to do. This is 3 Nephi chapter 17, verses 11, and then 20 through 24. It came to pass that he commanded that their little children should be brought. And he said unto them, Blessed are ye because of your faith. And now, behold, my joy is full. And when he had said these words, he wept, and the multitude bare record of it. And he took their little children, one by one, and blessed them, and prayed unto the Father for them. And when he had done this, he wept again. And he spake unto the multitude, and said unto them, Behold your little ones. And as they looked to behold, they cast their eyes toward heaven, and they saw the heavens open, and they saw angels descending out of heaven, as it were in the midst of fire. And they came down and encircled those little ones about, and they were encircled about with fire, and the angels did minister unto them. So I invite you to read the rest of the chapter. This is just a portion of the chapter. As you do, as you read, as you pray, as you come to know these words, you will come to better know your Savior, Jesus Christ. And until next time, happy reading.